the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bears and the Bucs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The Florida humidity certainly be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Now Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing again is Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. There he goes left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
And sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. And a little floater there is incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem there's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Got to get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. One play, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Suck up for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on third down, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first and 10, here's Fields. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a third and 15.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 15. Out of the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. And even 20 yards for Rachaad White. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try to mount a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Succo. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Fields again. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the 50, here's Fields. And again back to Kmet. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To try again after the sack. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So the Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 19 yards for Leonard Fournette. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
extra point put through by Suckup, and it is 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields.
His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's the option going right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, Fields. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Fields on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd and 2, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Fields now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Montgomery. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And a good rally to the football there as it looks as if they're going to stop him a couple yards shy of the marker. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards.
Here's Fields.
This is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1.
To the air again, Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.